Hey, this is a recorded session from Twitch. It will be a very long video, about 2 hours, and to help you to jump directly to the part that interests you, I put timestamp in the description just down below. If you want to know exactly what I'm streaming, go visit twitch.tv/fbucheros. But for now, let's watch this session. Bonjour, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Frank Boucher, Microsoft Cloud Advocate, and welcome to my stream, welcome to my playground, the sky, because sky is not the limit, it's the playground. So super happy. I shift the stream, so it's usually on Wednesday, it's later in the day, but I decided to be easier for me, and I think for you also. I will always be in the same let me lower my volume here. I feel like I need to yell. It shouldn't affect the way you hear the music though. Just double checking. Let me know if the audio or something is not okay. So yeah, I think for you and for me it will be easier, always the same time. So for now, I know a lot of people are, because of the coronavirus, a lot of people are streaming more. I don't want to start streaming. I would like to start streaming more, but I'm just not sure. Like when I usually start something, I keep it. So I don't want to start for a little while doing, let's say, 3 times a week. So I promise 2 times a week, Wednesday and Friday, and I may do pop-up during the weekend, also in the morning, so same time. So whatever it is right now where you are, it will be Wednesday, Friday, and maybe the weekend as an extra. No guarantee on the weekend stuff. For me it's the morning, so it's easier the morning to have free time. So yeah, so that's the thing. Another thing also on this side, there's an event coming. The speaker has been, the speaker list has been approved, I think, yesterday. So should be coming up soon. Looking forward to see that event. There's plenty of great, more than speakers, presenters, live streaming. So live streaming event. I'm part of that group. We are 120 something. It's a lot of people sharing their knowledge, learning with you on stream live, different languages, different platform, different scope, the different activities. Really interesting. There's always someone, mostly always, I think on the Monday at 2 a.m. or something like that, there's no one, but usually there's at least one, most of the time more than one streaming. So yeah, like I was saying, I will try to stream more, as I say, on the weekend. What I will try to do is, usually I stream for 2 hours, I may go for 3 hours depending on if it fits. So I promise 2 hours, maybe with a 1 hour extra, where I will go and do more stuff. It's probably on YouTube, producing more video. I've been a little bit more active on YouTube for, not more active, but for a longer time. So I think it's worth it. And here it's kind of my workplace, incubator, where I learn things, practice stuff with you. And on YouTube is more the finish part. So we'll try to have more pieces to help you, since a lot of people now are stuck online. So I think there I will be able to help them more. That's it for the intro. That was a long intro. So let's switch on the split view here. So today I want to work on this project. We start working on it last Friday, I think. Was it Friday? The 13th, yes, Friday. I fixed it, so now it's working. So what I want to do today, let's go in the notes. I want to show you what I did, how it's working, how to get access to it. Once again, all the notes are available if you do !GitHub in the project, or for those of you who watch the video on demand. So that's the notes, everything that I'm writing in that VS Code purple here will go there, and the link for the project is available there. I need to work because on the stream project I usually have a list of all the stream by project, but this project is new and I didn't create anything yet, so I need to do that. And if you missed the first video, of course it's available on Twitch, but it should be published just after this stream on YouTube, because all the archive of my stream are also available on YouTube, on my channel. So YouTube/FBoucheros or cloud5mints.com. So let me show you what I did. So let's go full screen, full code, priority code view. Voila. So right now it's really empty, and I want to fill a little bit of that today. I want it made clear so people could jump in. I think I feel now a state where the project could be used by some people. Hey, good morning, TBD Gamer. How are you? I was happy to really see you yesterday. I hope I didn't, put too much emphasis on that fact. I was happy that you turn on your webcam to put a face on that FM voice. I'm good. Change my schedule a little bit, go on the morning, and I know right now I'm in the same time as Mr. Fritz, so I'm not expecting a lot of traffic today, but that's fine. That's okay. We'll be working. People can always watch anyway the video on demand. Yeah, camera was good. It's a little bit more challenging though. I understand that. When I start doing YouTube video, for me it was like, I really want to put my face there, because I prefer when video people have their face instead of just the screen. But then it's me now. I was like, whoa, I was worried. And when I start streaming, same thing, and it was live. Yeah, hard. Anyway, so that's the thing. This little project I'm working on is a Url Shortener, but I don't want to use the word cheap, because it got kind of bad connotation. But at the same time, it is cheap, so I say it's a budget friendly. So I want that thing to be very low cost, efficient, so you could have your own URL shortener. I want it to be one-click deploy as close as possible, because then if you want to put your domain, you will have a little bit of gymnastic. So I will try to put the instruction how to do it. Though I want to put some stuff today, but not yet every part of it. I need to pass through it first to hit all the hiccup. But I got this morning, I spent an hour with the support where I got my certificate. So I will be able to apply it maybe tonight, because today I have some video editing to do. I have a new video coming tomorrow. Tomorrow. So let me show you. So now I have in master, I have the version that is working. It's not using the latest and greatest of Azure function. It's using .NET Core 2.2. It's not using all the bindings. In the branch dev, there's a version there, and I think now I know the problem, so I need to go back there and refactor the code. This version here in dev is quite different. In fact, I should move it to like not dev to yeah, let's start by doing that today. Well, before I forgot. Move GitHub branch dev to feature, let's say, binding. Something like that. So this one in dev right now is using the bindings. So I think it's faster. It's also using the .NET 3.1. But when I was trying to deploy it, I was having some trouble. But now I think I know I was using bad library or like higher reference. So I need to adjust my library. So I will refact. I could do that maybe later on. But right now, since I have something that works, I want it done as soon as possible, and we'll make it better after, instead of, you know, working on something perfect on the first try. I think it will be more interesting, and if it's working, then maybe more people will be interested to add some feature. So today, on today's episode, the plan is that's a little bit smaller. Let's make it bigger. So what I want to do, I want to move that, because if we work on new feature and stuff like that, I want to free up the branch dev. I was keeping it because someone was supposed to look at it, but I think that someone is really busy right now, so I think I can free up the dev branch. I would like to have, and you know what, I think that will be my next step. I would like to add a little bit, at least, instruction on how to deploy it, what it does, what it contains, how it works, how to use it. So we could do a little bit of that, and then I would like today to start working on the admin page. The project like right now, that project come from a project that was created by Jeremy Lickness. It was using Azure Function, but he was focusing on getting statistics. So he's using also a CosmoDB, and it didn't have the control on the end of the URL. That part was really important for me because I want to use those URL when I do videos. So the end of the URL must be simple. It cannot be just, you know, like a part of the GUID. It's fine that it is, and it's possible. The tool right now does both. But I really want something where I can control the end of the URL. So yeah, and also it was using JavaScript, and it was super clever. So the user Azure function, when you are calling an admin page, was returning one page JavaScript page. I don't want to do that because I don't want to use JavaScript much, so I would like to do it in C#. So I thought, you know, I could do it in .NET Core using Blazor, maybe put it in the Azure storage, and I think I want to do that in another Azure storage, so it will be tool deployment, so you could even deploy it in another place. That way you don't need to have the domain. It doesn't need to be the same. Like, I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm not sure where to put it exactly. We'll do some experiment, and we could move it also Maybe I will put an option so when you deploy, you could deploy it at the same place as the others. But yeah, I think it would be better if it's living in his own space. So let's do a quick tour of the solution. So the full project, let's start at the beginning. Boom, boom. So I did it on Visual Studio in Visual Studio Code, so it's accessible from any platform. To deploy that, I create a NARM template. So our NARM template means Azure Resource Manager. It's a file that looks a lot like a JSON file. It's a little bit more. What it does, it will create the architecture. So it will create the function, the storage that you need, the second storage where you will save your URLs, your information, because I'm using table storage to be super cheap, super cost efficient. And it will create the service plan. So it create everything you need. And then also I use where it is here, a source control. So I create a Git on the Azure side, on the cloud side, and then I start a synchronization. So it create the resources and start a sync. So the code then is pushed to Azure. So in one click, you got everything set up. So that's pretty cool, I think. And it's not a CI/CD. So right now, if you look into my page, there's nothing, but there's that button here. So this button does exactly that. And I should have start that thing. So now I can do it. Zoom. So here, the deploy. So you click this, it will open the Azure portal for you. And now you only have to say specify the resource group. Resource group is just a group where you deploy your stuff. It keep all your things together that have the same kind of life cycle, not circle, but cycle. You can apply security, and the security will apply on everything. And then when you want to delete, you delete the resource group, and all the other resources are deleted automatically. It's the fastest way to deploy on Azure, because if it's possible, Azure will even paralyze the deployment. Then you pick your location. I pick by default, I'm not sure do I set the default? I don't think I did. I don't think I do, I mean. Yeah, no, so I don't specify. So you pick your location, then use a base name, because to be sure the name is unique. Some resource need to have a unique name, like globally on the internet. So I use this, and then I will generate a unique suffix and append it at the end. And then you specify the Git URL. So of course, if you fork the project, change that that URL. If you want to use a different branch, maybe you're working on a feature, you would like to not use master, you could change this. Expire on, let me zoom here. So expire on and owner are for tag, and I should maybe change that. Tag, expire on, and owner names. Maybe I have. So those are just tags, and for me, I use that. I created on this stream, we created Azure Subscription Cleaner that run every Monday, and that clean every resources that are expired. Right now, this project on my subscription doesn't work yet. I mean, I didn't install it because I want to add some feature, and that's also a project we could work on, where I will receive a report say, hey, next week I will delete those, or something like that. So you could have a bit of time here and maybe have a click to say, hey, postpone or something like that. So that could be cool. So those are just information, they have no impact. Did I specify anything? And then you click the checkbox, because of course you will be charged for the resources. There's no fee going to me, just you create resources, so you kind of acknowledge that you could be charged for it. But since it will be very, very low expense, the Azure function you will be billed only when they are running by the second. So meaning it runs for 5 seconds, you're charged 5 seconds, and you have a lot of activity you could do with Azure function, the serverless of Microsoft, for free. So therefore, there's a lot of chance you will never pay for anything on this. The only thing you will pay is probably the storage. So the storage is about, in US dollar, I think it was 10 cents by gig by month or something like that. So when I say it's a budget friendly URL shortener, I really mean it. Of course, if you are using this on a highly used base, then you got transaction fees every time the Azure function is called and things like that. We'll see. I will track that, and I want to continue to improve and add feature in it. But yeah. So now let's see the code how it works, and we'll go back later on this. So I have deployed that thing here. For me, it's in this resource group. I should turn on my, where is it? If I do that, does it work? Or I need to activate it, maybe? No. Okay, now it's working. Now my subscription ID is hidden, though it was visible for a few seconds. Anyway, so those are the resources I have. Let's zoom this page. Boom, boom. Well, I think it's better this way. Well, I'm so happy here. I did the on the top over there, there's the logo of the live coder, and also in the middle of top of the screen it will eventually show up. Okay, so code. So that's the deployment part. Also, if you want to deploy, you don't want to do it from the GitHub repo, you would like to do a CLI command, you could use, I create a file called debug.azcli. I use this extension because there is an extension in Visual Studio Code that lets you just control and this character to kind of automatically copy paste in your terminal or on another screen. I use that a lot when I do queries and things like that, so the output is already in Visual Studio Code and I can edit it. It's very convenient. So I use a lot this extension, and it's automatically active when the file extension is AzCli. So that's why I created that file, and with those 3 commands you will be able to create, deploy the resources. So it's using the ARM template, the parameter file, so you could change the value. I should add some comment on the top. And then all the code go into source, and right now I only have one project, so it's the shortener tools. That's for the serverless part. And I have 2 functions. So I have URL redirect, that we'll see later, and I have URL shortener. Like I said, they are running on v3 of Azure Function, so last version of Azure Function, but using ASP.NET Core 2.2, so Azure Function v3. The version that is in dev is 3.1, but right now it's not working, so we need to fix that, but not now. Okay, so URL shortener. So if we go here, it's big enough, right? Yes. Yeah, so let's go quickly on the URL. So the way the code is structured, I have you need that a specific folder by function. I also created a domain that was, again, based on the pattern, and it makes sense anyway, used by Jeremy. So I have different classes and tools here. So in URL Shortener, you have one function, and it will have a HTTP trigger. So I'm still using triggers, the binding I mean, but only simple one. So this is a HTTP trigger, so we'll get a post or a get, and I will just go there, catch the information. What I do then is I load the setting and debug so in dev I could be able to load the settings. I won't show you that, but settings are here. Then I instantiate the storage helper. So the storage helper are the place where I will run. Let me show you storage helper. So I instantiate that to create and then queries and read the table, the storage table URL details that will be created automatically, so you don't need to manage that. And I check in that page, I will check if the short URL already exists. So if you try to create the same short URL two times, you will get an error message and things like that. Get some ID when it's generated and things like that. So very convenient. So yeah, basically what I do is I took the long URL you pass, so the thing you want to short, I called vanity the end of the URL. So let's say you create a link and you would say, you know what, like I did many times on Bitly. So it was a long URL. Was it the door? I'm waiting for a package, but it's a bit early. I don't think it's that. Anyway, so the end of the packet, the package. Nice lapsus here. So the end of their URL, you have a control. I call it vanity. So I just, if it's not, so the dog is barking. So let me, I will get back to you. I think it's the package that just arrived. And I'm back. Sorry about that. It was, but not what I was expecting. Okay, so let's pass through that code so we can start coding. It's been already half an hour and didn't code anything yet or do anything productive. Well, we'll get there, I'm sure. We'll get there. Okay, so yeah, so I check here if it already exists. In fact, I create if you pass the vanity. If you did, I check if it already exists. If it already exists, I sent you an error message. Otherwise, I create a record so we could save it in the storage. And then, of course, here I just save it and build the response. I have a lot of logs. I was having some trouble when I was deploying that thing and debugging. I kept the logs. Not sure I will keep it, but for now it's cool because, you know, since we're still working on that project, it's interesting when you stream the logs to see all the information. So yeah, so that's what it does. Now the URL redirect is very simple. Oh, there's I should remove a few using that are not used. And this, yeah, so I still have a little bit of work to do. So what it does, same thing, create the get the configuration to create the helper. It will just check if the URL exists. If it does, it will redirect you. So building a page to redirect you. Otherwise, it will just set it doesn't bad link. And by default, it should be. Yeah, By default, it will redirect you to this, so I really need to change that. That was cool, but I need to put that in the settings, so in the ARM template or the parameter, you could use that. Oh yeah. So you mean when I use shortener the call? So yes. So what I do is I return a JSON with the long version and the short version. Let's start Postman, and let's start Azure Explorer. And one thing I should do is, so you know what, let's try it right away. I will show you. So when you call it, you pass the long URL, so let's say this blog post, and then the vanity, so let's say Z10 test. I should start my code, so let's start this. We'll run it manually. I'm not sure if the connection string to storage is good, but what? Oh, I'm not in the good this project. I need to run in the so when you run the Azure function extension in Visual Studio Code, the root of your the root folder should be the root of the project, and the blue one is with everything, with the GitHub repo and everything, where you have the README and things like that. So I cannot use that one. I need to use that one. So I just want to do this and that. So let's start the function locally, and then we'll use Postman. If it already exists, can you just return what? I'm open to suggestions, sir. I should move my mic. Now I'll be able to see it. So let's say I call it here. So if I call, and if the connection string is good, I have a breakpoint maybe. No breakpoint. So let me double check my connection string, because I move stuff. So we'll go in secure mode. There I am. Ooh, I'm higher on that. Oh, is it? This will count. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's just go in the Azure portal. I will go check, make sure I have my connection string set up. Copy this. Go in settings. Here, this, so now what I'm doing, Did I did it? I'm bad multitasking. Okay. So now what I'm doing is in the local JSON, I went to the portal, pick up my connection string to the storage, put it in local JSON. So this way I can show you that page, but I cannot use that page. So let's close this. Hey, good morning, Clarkio, Mr. Brian Clark. Woo woo. Clarkio is in the house. Whoop whoop. I should have a super sound effect. Let me see.
Fantastic! Oh, fantastic!
So yeah, so let's go back in full view. And let's try again. So okay, so it's running. Okay, and so there it is now. What I do is I return the short URL and the long URL. So now I don't have any domain name attached because I'm still in work in progress. But of course, here you could expect something cleaner. But you know, now I have the vanity that I asked for, so Z10 test. If I try to run it again, now I should have the error I was talking about. So this URL already exists. So now, TBD Gamer, what would you expect? Like a generated link, meaning I don't know. What would you expect? What make more sense for you? I could return the same JSON, but I don't want to create a URL because let's say you want to create a short URL for your Twitch channel, so TBD Gamer. Then if TBD Gamer doesn't work, you don't want me to create a random link. You will try to say, okay, then Twitch TBD Gamer, or you know, like you would like to rework your vanity of the end of the URL before creating a record. So that's why I don't create anything. So let me know in the chat what would make better sense. I don't think I quite understand what you were doing there. Not sure, I didn't. So, but now is it clear what it does? So if you, yes, okay, cool. So if you try to create a link that already exists, then it will just return you 8. It's not possible. If it's the first time, if I change it for 11, it will just create the link. You could explore. Right now, I don't have any fancy tool, and that's part of the plan of today, using Blazor because I don't want to do it in JavaScript. So if no, not in this subscription, in my personal subscription, I should have a URL data here. If I expand this, I know it's really tiny table, so let me zoom. So that's the see those two. I think I have a tool to make. No, this, no, this, yes. Why? Okay, so let's start again. And now it's, so those here, so that's the storage. The first one is the storage for the Azure function. I don't want to mess with that, So if we drop the function create that or anything, so we don't lose our data. So I create another storage where we will, that's our kind of database, but it's not a database, it's just storage table. It's unstructured table. And in there I create a table called URLs details. And if you go there, you will have records. As simple as that. So right now I only have one, and the partition is the first strange, I should have another record. I thought. Anyway. Maybe I did forgot some code. Should have another record that exists, but I don't see it. So partition is always the first character of your end of URL or row key, the short part. That will be the row key, and then the long URL will be saved. So let's say I'm trying to create another one, but I don't specify any vanity. Okay, it generates a new one. So it just generate a new one here. I could create something very, very long. I'm not sure. It's very short. So it's the second record, and I pick some letters random. Yeah, but I'm surprised if I refresh. Okay, now it's created. So let me explain this one. So table storage is a structured non-SQL data provider solution. It's not database, data store. So here I have two types of entities. I have my first entities here. It's a key, and it's in the partition 1. And I will use that to generate my keys. The second, and the two others here are really short URL entities with partition keys, row keys. I don't have IDs for those one, and timestamp are always generated by Azure, and then I have the URL, and here I don't have any URL. So it's not clear, but if you're used to NoSQL, you could stack different versions. So those are two different type, just in the same table. So they are two type of entities. Voila. So that's our code. So that's it. Any question about the function? And yeah. So now let's try to use the URL redirect. So we did create what? It was 10, right? Z10 test. So let's call Z10 test. So the way you call it, because you know this part, I want everything. Like let's say it's, for me it will be c5m.ca. That will be my so like my domain name will be something like that. And then this part will be the short URL, right? So what I did is I create a proxy that will redirect everything that is in this format to this URL. I will show you the code after. And what it should do is return me the web page. So if I click send, so I have the web page and preview. So that's my blog post, my blog. So it's working. Let me show you now the the code for that. So we don't need, I think, anymore this. So let's kill it. And I will just show you the code for the proxy. So proxy is super simple. I just create a proxy and everything that is after. So we just push in the short URL kind of route, and then the backend is this. So everything that happened to this path will just be redirect to this function. So this way, that's how it works. I hope it's clear. So that's the code, it's available. So right now, if you deploy that, where is my GitHub? So if you go on my GitHub and you click on this button, it will bring you to your Azure subscription. It will create the resource for you and you will be able to start using it right away. What will need to be done to really start using it, it's binding a domain name. So you could go, if you are in your Azure Functions, I will have the explanation, and I'm still not completed on that, so that's why it's not there. I will try to do it later today because I receive my certificate. You will need to go in platform feature and now go in the custom domain or the SSL. So if you go in custom domain, you could buy from there already a domain. If you already have one, you could just do a binding with a CNAME and a TXT file, whatever. And then my name was not secure, so I still need to upload my certificate. So I will need to do that. To do this, you could just upload it. You could use the what's the name? Key Vault. Right now, anything that is part of that is not part of the ARM template. I need to provide instruction for that so it's clear for everybody. But if you just want to try it and plan to do it, you could already use it from my code right now. It's possible, it's working. What I want to do now, so back to our plan of the day, I want to move the GitHub branch dev to feature binding. In dev right now, it's a slightly different version that is not working. It's using more heavily the binding, so I think it's more performant, and also it's using .NET 3.1. But I think it's better if I move it out of dev, since when we'll be working on new feature, we'll probably use dev as a place to be before a master. So I want to move out this thing. And after, we'll add a little bit more documentation briefly on GitHub, and then we'll start working the admin page in Blazor, not because JavaScript is not good, just I don't have the Clarkio knowledge or JavaScript. And honestly, I barely know also Blazor. Look like I don't know much, right? I've just not been coding a lot for a little while. Okay, so let's move this. So I need to do first. Okay. So I think I need to go in. So this I can delete. Should go in dev. No, I have file checkout and master. What? What? Discard all stage on. Yeah. I didn't change anything. Why it doesn't... I don't understand. Okay, I'm in master now. Okay, so now I want to create a new branch based on that. That we'll call... Yeah, no problem, TBD. See you later. So now I want to create a new branch. So create a new branch here, and I will call it feature binding. Is it 1D or 2D? I'm not sure. (1D). Cool. Great. So now I have this. So I just want to make sure in this version that no file that I don't want to is part. So anybody in the chat that, like, do you usually push your VS Code settings, like the color you like and stuff like that? I think it could be nice, but I'm not sure like what's the best practice on that. Oh no, I closed the So if that file is not tracked, it's still there, right? Oh, that's my last. Yeah, Okay, I want to remove this thing. How can I do that? How do you clean the history? That's a full reinitialize. I don't want to do that. There's no way to clean. Is it what I understand? Oh, that look more for it, right? Because I don't want to push my local setting. I did it by accident. Now the resources are the resources are deleted, but you know it's still there. So I would like to clean it. So check out orphan new branch. Oh, that's how you do it? Because right, let's go here. If I in my master branch, how do you see all the other files, the one I deleted? Also, you see that here. So you see the file there. So I need to delete this. So I need to move everything, right? now it's adding everything. Git commit. Okay. So now I'm deleting. Let's do a little backup just in case. You know. Okay. So fatal branch rename fail. Why? Aborting commit due to empty commit message. Oops. I don't know what's the difference. Not sure it changed anything, right? Did I? What I'm doing wrong? what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so now I have only one commit. Okay. Whew. No, there's a few people Bonjour that are here. It's quiet. Mr. Fritz is also streaming this morning, so but TBD Gamers is there lurking. Earlier Clarkio was there too. Few people. Not much. It's okay. Give you more chance if you have questions. Working on my stuff right now. I'm just cleaning my GitHub because I pushed by mistake some settings. The resources have been deleted, but I know bots that check my subscription are sending me email complaining that some security has been breached. So I'm just trying to do something different. Okay, so now I want to move this. I just want to create a new branch. Oh, I could just rename it. That's even better. So now I push it. Cool. Let's go in GitHub. Oh yeah, but it's still push and no, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Yeah, it's going on dev. I want to push that. This is the very first Twitch I attend. You're special. Well, thank you, sir. Or I don't know if you're a sir or not a sir, but thank you. Hopefully, I will teach you some stuff. So I'm working on URL Shortener that is available in my GitHub. So if you want to know all the GitHub, all the command you could do, you could type !commands. That will give you a URL and you have all the commands. When you are on Twitch, you could do !commands and like and something that will interact with you. There's bot sometime, like you have some interactivity, sounds, effect on the streamer. And yeah, so I'm working on a URL shortener. I want something that is super budget friendly. So with one click, it will deploy that in your Azure subscription. So for very few bucks that you manage on your side, and then we'll generate a short link for you. So Frank, hello Frank, how are you? So yeah, and by mistake I pushed some configuration files, so I was just cleaning when you join. So now I push that, but I pushed that on dev. I don't want to push that on dev. So I think I will... Oh, damn it. Let's rename again. Let's rename it dev. Now we'll create a new branch, and then I will be able to push that new branch. Where is it? Create a branch here. I want to create feature binding. Voila. And then I will be able to push origin feature binding. Voila. Now if I go again here, I now have feature binding. If I go there, 28 commits. But my mistake is not present, and the sensitive file is not there. Yay! Cool. So now I can go here, delete the branch dev, and I can come back here and delete the branch dev. Yes! Now we're talking. Cool. So now we have a clean project. Great. So now it's time to start again. And the goal was from Longueuil. Oh, that's nice. So working from home, I'm assuming. I want this page. Hey, Copper Birdie, rating with a party of 7. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Copper Birdie peoples. Welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. How was your stream, Mr. Copper Birdie? What were you doing? Hey, Fragbird, bonjour, hi. How are you? Super happy to see everybody. I changed my schedule to welcome everybody. So let me introduce. Let's do a quick introduction for if it's your first time. So I'm Frank Boucher. I'm a Microsoft Cloud advocate. I do a lot of YouTube video and things like that to help you answering your question. And I start streaming not long time ago. And for me, it's a place where I build stuff with you, experimenting, trying things that I don't know, kind of to show that it's possible to learn and you could build stuff. Since I'm at the early stage of those process, I'm building a lot of tools to help me or help us building something else. So this tool that I'm working today is URL Shortener. I want the solution to be highly customizable. Very easy, kind of one-click deploy for you, and I want it very friendly budget. So it's available. It's in GitHub right now. It's functional. There it is. There it is. And yeah, so we're working. I did the tour of the code this morning, so it's working. When you short a link, you will have like a JSON in return saying the short URL and the long URL, and then there's another Azure function that if you pass the redirect, it will just return the page. So like a URL shortener. The thing that we have now is just the Azure function, so it's super cheap because it's build by second when the function runs, so very cost friendly. The information doesn't use any database. I'm using table storage. For example, table storage in US dollar, it's about 10 cents by gig by month. So just storing like a URL as a text will take a lot of time and a lot of URLs to be very expensive. The only thing that will be charged then is how many transactions. So if you're like a super popular trending website, whatever, and you have a lot of requests, then you could have a few dollars spent there in transaction, but it will be very expensive in any case. So I'm really starting to build that thing. The plan of today is to add a little bit of information in the GitHub, so it explains how it works, how to deploy, because right now there's just a deploy to Azure button. It's not, you can understand that something will happen, but it's not clear where and how much and whatever. So I want to get a little bit more details there. And then I want to start building in a .NET Core, so probably using Blazor, a web page to manage our stuff. So let's see, you want to retrieve a URL or things like that. That could be cool to have something. I could have done it, and I was heavily inspired from a web solution that was built by Jeremy Lickness. And what he was doing is returning a static web page with JavaScript. He was calling the function, but I don't want to do JavaScript. And also his solution was adding more structure like a Cosmo DB and stuff like that, because it was retrieving a lot of statistics. I think statistics are great, but I don't want to involve a Cosmo database in my solution because it needs more money too. So I will find another way. So that's why it's kind of it's not a fork because it's different pattern, different version, but it's really close from his code. So I want to give back to Caesar give back the credit that he has. He did build my inspirational code. So let me catch up on the chat. Music Book Worms. Bon, good morning, welcome. I think it's the first time I see you in the chat, so really appreciated to see you here. Welcome aboard. Kicking and streaming over here. Cool. Copper Birdie was fun. Just catching up and suggestion for isolation and coping. Yeah. The isolation part is hard though. You personally should be kind of used to, because you work from home, right? So it's just different now because I also work from home, but now, like usually I like to go once in a week to the office to see others or things like that, and now I cannot. So what I do is I do a chat meeting, and I think I will schedule some kind of you just turn the chat, or maybe we could do that also on Discord, having like, hey, you know what, I'm available to chat if you want to chit chat, but the video is a nice touch too. So I don't know how I can do that, like open and say for an hour I'm there if you want to chit chat. That could be cool. Yeah, I was transported from Copperty. Excellent, nice to see you, Nish Burton. That's what lurking does. Well, I hope you like it. I hope you like it here. Hey, thank you for the following. Oh wow, let me say your name correctly. Giro and Van Wischen. Sorry, I'm killing your name. Thanks for the following. Okay, so I just did by accident. I pushed some settings on my GitHub, so I was just cleaning it right now. Jérôme. Oh, Jérôme. Jérôme is easy. So, Jérôme. Oh, okay. Jérôme Van Wissen. Cool. Thank you for the explanation. I will try to remember that. Thank you for the following. Okay, so yeah, you're right. I have a French accent because I speak French, and it's not tiny. It shouldn't be that easy to catch. I'm from Canada, the east part of Canada, so I speak French. I'm a Québécois. Okay, let's go back into not code, because right now, so let me just explain the plan of the day. So van means well, I know a few of my friends. I have a few. I have 2-3 friends that have vans and a van in their name. Should ask them what it means. Anyway, so plan of today was since the solution is working in the dev version. So I have 2 branch right now. Just recap, like doing quick recap for the people who join us. Right now I have 2 branch. I have master and feature binding. Master is working. It's what I use right now. In binding, I have a version that uses the greatest and latest of the Azure function, meaning a little bit more bindings, and also .NET Core 3.1, but it's not working, it's broken. I need to rework that. That was my initial version, and I correct a lot of stuff, roll back some version, and that's in master. But because I really want that thing to be functional as soon as I can, that's why I will continue to work. So that's why I promote that code in master, because it's working. We'll be working on that, and eventually we'll fix the feature binding and bring that as a new version in master. But for now, what I want to do so that's done. I want to move. I want to create a little bit of documentation, so that will be marked down for a few minutes. And after that, I want to work on the admin page. So we'll be working in Blazor, and hopefully I didn't practice a lot in Blazor, and that's fine. I'm fine with me. Like, the goal of that channel is just to learn that everything is learnable. Is it a word? Yeah, it's a word, right? You can learn it. So that's the point of the stream. So we'll do that. I have a lot of Red's name. I don't know, like. Hey TBD Gamer, I see that you have the turbo icon beside your name. It means you use turbo in Discord, right? Like, you're using it for the games part? If you're another gamer, does it do anything? Oh, that's kind of interesting. Twitch Turbo, I will have a look. Oh, so is it? Oh, it's Twitch Turbo then. It's not Discord Turbo. Oh no, Turbo. On Discord, I think it's Nitro, right? I made connection. Nitro, Turbo. It's all speed. Speed Force. Yeah, Nitro. Okay, I will have a look. And I need to use more Discord. I have it, but I don't use it much. I have too many chat thing open anyway. Okay, so let's add a few things here. So we want to change this for something that speak a little bit better. So I want to close all that thing. We'll open this. So let's change that right away. by no, I want to put this. Let's say Azure URL Shortener. Yeah, like I'm used to now. It's been 6 years I work from home, but a lot of time, like the difference right now is I have my family with me. Although my daughter is all grown up, close to 18 years, so she's mostly an adult most of the day. But like it's just like she's here and my wife also is here, so we're a little bit more. It's different than me being alone at home, but I think like everybody we're adjusting right now, but it's going well. It's just like I was saying, a lot of time I used to like once a week see other people. That was nice. Now I'm missing a little bit that, but it's not that bad. I've been traveling a lot these days, so now like I'm still at the end of it, I think, but I'm still in the zone where like after being a lot with other people and traveling and in hotels room and things like that, working, not sleeping, and a lot, now I'm just like super happy to be home, to be chilling, like Netflix, to just being in my office, kind of a bit more quiet. But I know now I start to feel that, yeah, soon I will look forward to again meet people, but it won't be possible. So I'm thinking about what should I do. I was thinking maybe I will open a Discord channel just to chat, make it clear that hey, I'm there if you just feel to, you do whatever you want, I do whatever I want, but we can chit chat. And I'm wondering how I could do that with videos, because I think that would be a little bit more fun. Okay, so a simple and easy URL shortener, a simple and budget friendly. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Like for me, when I started working from home, it was hard. But the first 6 months, I was still a lot going to the office because you know you're the new guy, they want to train you and blah blah blah. And after that, like I remember, like it took me a full year to kind of be comfortable being alone and you know, be in the office. And my coworker is now my dog, and like it took me a lot of time to adapt, but now I'm fine. Like I have my routine, I walk, I go outside, try to do things. Usually in the morning I go do I'm not running anymore, I'm back to I call it like they call that the couch to 5K. So I used to run, I had knees issues, so I slowed down. Now I'm starting back, so I'm still in that, you know, couch to 5K, but I still do 5K in the morning, but not this morning, so it will be later tonight. Okay, so a simple and easy, simple and budget-friendly URL shortener for anyone. It runs in Azure. I'm not sure if anybody doesn't know that yet. Microsoft Cloud. I think I shouldn't talk. Should I talk about billing in the project? I will scare people, I think, right? I think I will just go with that. Yeah, cool. Yes, I should, because it's important. I will have a section about cost, I think, then, and refer to it. Now what I should do is have my I have a link. Right, where is it? Account subscription, yeah. Well, like this. Cool. Right? That's cool. That's or like, okay, I understand Mexico color, so but would aid for someone to get hold of any of your endpoint URL. No, so like if you're deploying, that's what I want to explain. Like if you're deploying here, it will create things in your resource group with all your stuff. The only thing right now is the default will fall back on Azure.com. I want to move that feature out and put it in the settings so you could customize it. But right now it's not even mine, it's like Azure.com. So if you pass something wrong, it will just fall back to that. To deploy. What? So let's do that. I will cancel this, change the color. So let's go for the default. So that will be in May. With an S. Okay, so this will open the Azure portal. Let's put the URL. Azure.com and your subscription and create the required resources. Now let's spend a little bit of time about those resources. Come on. Okay, after that, location, let's change that. I forgot location. Okay, you know what, let's put this in boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that, so let's go here and let's refer to that other project. I think it could be interesting, the subscription cleaner. So what does it look? To deploy your subscription, blah blah blah. Click the deploy button. Should I move the deploy button down here? I think I should. I think I will. Blah blah blah. Then I explain what it is. So let's move this button down below, like here. Now I could show the result. Whoops. Frank, why did you close the window? That's good. Hey! Hello! That's smart. Happy time zone. How are you, man? Lucky no 7? It's working. I have a solution working. So right now it's working. It's working locally. If you debug locally, it's working in the cloud. I have so I'm answering the question of Lucky No 7. So right now, if you go to my GitHub repo, let's paste it again. It's always good to refresh the link in the chat. You could deploy, so just clicking there, it will deploy the resource. So right now what I'm doing is adding a little bit of extra information to explain how to deploy and how to use it. And after that, I want to create in Blazor kind of an admin page where you could, add new one. Like if you don't want to call using Postman or like doing HTTP call, I want to have a UI interface that runs separately. Like I don't care how it runs. It could be a console application. So like I want that detached. So I think it could be cool. Like I don't know, we could have multiple interfaces for whatever reason. You could want it to use console app, Java, like I don't want to do it in JavaScript because I'm not comfortable with JavaScript and I don't want to learn it too much. I want to do it in Blazor because I'm more comfortable in C# and I would like to learn Blazor. So that's why I'm doing it that way. But it's working. I'm pretty happy. The version you saw me working on last Friday. Right now, it is in version feature binding. It's broken, and I know now why. I did this version that is right now in master. It's using a lower version of the .NET framework, so I'm using 2.2 instead of 3.1. And I'm not using all bindings, so I'm doing a little bit more code to get the row and stuff like that. When you're using the bindings, there's a lot of stuff that you already have, so it's usually less code, at least that you need to write. But it's working, it's following the good practice and everything. So it's fine. So that's why I'm pushing this version. I wanted to have it as soon as possible, functional, available for everybody, and we'll work on upgrading that thing. And like, it shouldn't change the experience of any user. So yeah, so it's working. Pretty happy about it. So now I'm just adding a little bit of documentation. Oh. Cool. So end up, it's not a word. Right, that's it, right? 1, 1, 1. So the service plan, what I want to specify here, it's a dynamic one, dynamic service plan. Make sure you are only charged when the function is running. Dynamic service plan, and make sure you only charge by the second. Is it clear? Dynamic service plan. Let's rephrase. To make sure you only charge for the seconds where the function is running. Is it clear? I think it is clear that way, right? Yeah, they call it consumption plan. Maybe I should use the same vocabulary, right? Consumption base. I just want to explain when is it better that way? I want to, like, consumption plan, I want to make sure it's clear for people that you're charged by the second. So if you're not familiar with the jargon of oh, you know what, I should do a reference to the doc. Right, I should do that. Come on. Where I am? Where are you? Every second of CPU. Okay, I like that. Now, this is the perfect URL to make sure you are. Every second of CPU of processing time. To make sure you are only charged for the second. CPU of processing time, is it clearer than when the function is running? Okay. To make sure you are only charged for second of CPU processing time. Voila! Okay. So to make sure you only charge on a per second granularity. Like that. Storage account. Leveraging the Azure table search. One no function, just yeah. Yeah, that's better. That's what I want. I'm copy pasting all my URL because if I write a blog post, I want to keep track of all those. So I want to do this, and I'll just paste the URL. Excellent, cool. So now I have that. How does it look? blah blah blah. So 2 storage accounts. I should put a S here. The first one for the Azure Server, the second one, voila. Cool. So now we could add like feature contributions, maybe something like that. You know what? Let's go in my project. Let's go in. I could also add all contributor. Let's say in use your role. I think I did put everything. Contributing. Contributor. I don't have the feature list, but I could add feature list too. So that I will need to create. So I need to add those files now. So that's my project. Let's find my other project. So it is in dev, and then where are you? GitHub. I need to clean up my dev folder. It's incredible, all the stuff I have there. What? No, there it is. GitHub. And then should be if Boucher, and then it was use your vote. I saw it, I lost it. There it is. Voila. Okay, so now I want this file, this file, this file. Cool. Excellent. So I will have the all contributor, but I will add also eventually. So all contributor, I should remove this because right now there's no contributor. Project name is AzUrlShortener. Repo host. That's fine. Cool. I don't have yet my glow board. Should we create a glow board? I should. Of course I should. What's a glow board? Glow board is a Kanban board. super fun thing to do. But here I will need some background. So I created this morning. Where is it? I think here. Cool. So let's create the board. So for that, you do like I like a lot. I'm one of their ambassador. Did you know that Mr. Copperbirdie win a Nintendo Switch because of my referral? Did you know that? The lucky man. He got a the legendary Nintendo Switch from GitKraken. Love it. Oh, cool. Then you all know about it. And if you don't, then I have a referral. So you could go at bit.ly/fb-getkraken or just do !referrals in the chat. And you will be able to have the tool. It's free. Doesn't tell, like, just get some notification. And every quarter they give away Nintendo Switch. I think for the past month it was a Holocus, so that was pretty cool. And eventually, if you go and turn out your free version or like preview version to a pro and you pay your subscription fee, if you're a student also, it's very cheap or free. But it will give me points, and with a bunch of points then I could exchange my point for stickers and stuff like that. And when I do events, I give away the stickers because I like stickers. Does it work? Anything else matter? Let me know. If it doesn't, you should have the answer in a whisper. And what I like about that is you create nice Kanban board. You could add a lot more images and stuff like that. So like in a glimpse, you have a better view of what's happening. And like you could sync it with GitHub. So that's what I want to do now. So I will create a sync board. See here, so now it's opening. Oh, like you don't see it because I'm in front of it. So let me push it on the side. So I click, let me cancel. So I click here on the green button, create sync board. And now what I will do is I will search my repo. I have a lot of repo. I'm involved in a lot of projects. I will just do a AzUrl. No? Oh, because it starts with F Boucher. Oops. AzUrlShortener. It works, cool. So now I create that, and now it will be synced with the issues page in GitHub. So like nothing is lost. Everything that you do in issues will show up also in the board, and when you move things, it will change the status. There's web job here working and changing stuff. You could even have process, so when something is fixed, it moves to different page of sorry, I'm clicking everywhere. So now I have issues. I would like to add to-dos. We'll add an in progress. and we'll add a done, right? There's one page, there's one information, the default redirect. So make the so see, now I have this. So now I can expand it, add some labels. So right now it will be I could say help wanted. I could say it's an enhancement. So that's for the label. I could add more. Right now I won't do anything. You could add some background also. If we add a description, let's specify where it is. So in the code, .32. I watch it and I don't remember anymore. It was, well, let's go copy relative path. So right now on line 32 of the file URL redirect, there's this variable where it's specified the default URL. It will be better if I can pass it as a parameter. So when you click deploy to Azure, if it's a parameter, then the ARM template will add that in the settings, and then the function will read it from there. So like for everybody, it will be a different link. So I think that's good. Add description. So see, now I added the description here. Did I add a few labels? I didn't. So let's add some labels. Labels, help wanted, enhancement. Cool. So now I have labels. So if I go now in here in the issues, if I refresh, now I have an issue with the labels I created. Cool, eh? So it's sync. And now what I want to do is make this page. So this thing, I wanted to make it public. So I will go and here, I'll make it public. Allow everyone to duplicate this board. Organization. Let's not do that for now. Copy link. So now the board should be accessible on this page. Let's add this to our documentation. In the README. Voila. And I think we're good to push. Right? Right. I'm in master, that's perfect. Now let's push. Yes. Cool. So now if I go back here, I have more information. Yay! And that should be available. Oh no, I want it public. Yeah, but why I... And now the thing I wanted is here, that I want to go and I want to make it the background of my board. Hey, thanks for following, Marco Laws. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Boom. That's better. That's a cool Kanban board, right? It cut the URL. I like it. Right? That's a cool board. What do you think, chat? It's nice, right? Like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So now we have our board. We have some instruction. Let's... We'll add the contributor bot later. Just check my link here. If everything... All contributor, MOK. Contributor, contributor, maybe I should change some URL in there. Okay, that's all good. change a few things. Yeah. I will add the claim label. Label. Nope. Labels. Create labels. Claim. Let's make it purple like Twitch. There we go, there we go. GitHub, GitHub, GitHub. And that's... Nope. That's this. This boy. Cool. Excellent. So any low-hanging fruit I should fix? What? Hello, I didn't discover recently you have a YouTube and a Twitch channel. It's a pleasure to following you after advice you tell me. And a friend. Oh, I met you at was it at the meetup I met you, or it was at the event? So you did discover, yeah, like, sorry. I could have fix at the event. Oh, cool. Well, nice to see you on board. The stream are in English, but the YouTube channel I'm trying to get back to push videos in both French and English. For a little while, English got more love. But I'm trying to do better now, and new video is coming tomorrow. And I have also Instagram channel, or like Instagram and Facebook are related, but I will have some stories, so like super short version of the videos also. Okay, so anything like you land on that on GitHub repo, do you have enough information? Are you tempted to try it? It doesn't say what it does, right? I should add something like to deploy, maybe before the to deploy or after the to deploy, what it does, how to use it maybe. Yeah, should definitely have how to use it, right? Let's make this bigger. No. there's a web page. If I go here and I go custom domain, cool, we'll paste that in here. And we'll add it to the thing. Cool, so now we have that. So how to use it? So to find the URL, so yes, let's explain how you could call the function. So to find the URL, let's I want to create some space. So to find your open the Azure function inside the resource group. created previously. Okay, let's do a screenshot of this. You know what? Let's try to make this like this. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. That's good. Boom. Yep. Let's do this. Copy paste. Make it unpersonal. Voila. And now let's add some step. So step 1. Nope, I want this. Delete. Step 1. Hey, damn it. I want this. Step 1. Restart. Voila. I know, like, why it's not wrong? I want wrong. And then 2. Whoops, what's happening? What's happening? Subscribe. Oh, that's on YouTube. So thanks for the subscription, Vipin Vij. Thank you. It's really appreciated. That's cool, right? So you click here, then you click there, and you have an information. Let's try to see if I could do a better screenshot. I will go in secret mode, like this. Yeah, if I do that, then some part is missing. Oh, yeah. What I will do instead is I will do that. I will take it. In 1 sec, I will show you what I'm doing. It won't be long. I'm just blurring a few things here. Voila. So let me show you back what I'm doing. So what I did a screenshot and I forgot to remove it. So bad. 1 sec again. Okay. So I did click on that, took the screenshot, I blur it, I paste it on top of that one. So now we have kind of a one screen with everything. And I will just add an extra step. So if I go in here and I say then you copy. Cool, so now in one flow I have everything. So we'll save that and we'll call that get URL. We'll then move this file to the media page. This way will be super easy. Great. Okay, so until we have go in the Azure Serverless create previously. Expand the function section from the left menu. I like usually putting the image and then the instruction. So expand the section from the left menu and click on the function it was way A1, right? Yes, I use numbers. I finally got stupid, but I found the button to loop, so now my music is in loop. I like it. It doesn't stop in the middle. And finally, click the copy button. Repeat for the function URL Shortener. Sorry about about that. So what's wrong? There's a A, right? Oh. And no. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. That's why I'm starving. It's lunchtime. Well, let's finish that. So in your favorite REST tool, how do you call that? REST tool? Is it a REST tool? An HTTP tool? What's what kind of tool it is? Postman? What is it? I know what it does. API tool? It's API testing tool? Okay. So in your favorite API testing tool, yeah, right? Thanks, I was kind of confused. I know what it is. Like, it's just like, okay, it is. I know what it does. It's hard to specify and like very clearly what it is, but I will specify like Postman here. So just in case. So in your favorite API testing tool, comma. In the body of the request, it should be, I think it's, I think now it's support. Can I do a get? Oh, I stop it locally, right? To do it, I need to test it. I'll do set a post. So in the body of the okay. So I just want to show that like you could have like random stuff and have a control. So that's why I have two examples. So should I show the response like twice or just once? It's enough, right? Once it's enough. Okay, so this will create a short generic URL for your dot. And here, if the past vanity doesn't exist, let's run it. First, does the get works? No. Okay. Post. Nope. Oh no, because I removed my connection string. Damn it. Oh no, local setting is there. Let me just validate the value of it. Oh, it's empty. Damn it. Okay, let me go in the Azure portal, grab the connection string. Where is it? Here. So, access key, connection string, boom. That's the one I want. And then the other one must be called, forgot. This no, this is where I want it. Okay. Go back. This storage. Can I just rerun it? Let's go back in dev mode. So now I have my stuff here. I will just close that. I did show briefly my things. You'll be nice with me, right? So now let's debug again. And damn, I'm starving. I'm starving! What? Oh yeah, I lost that feature too. Well, that I know how to fix it, I think. Yes. So it doesn't like the synchronous desynchronous thing, and to fix that, let me minimize so I don't show too much here. What you need to do is add another variable, and the variable is, I use it in my configuration, but because I'm local, that it's not don't say that. Poutine, Mexico coder. Yeah, I would love to have a poutine right now. So in the ARM template, if you go in your function, so that's the function, I have a parameter called v2 compatibility mode. You need to have that as a property. So I will just add that as a property, so it should be true. So I think now if I run this, you never try a poutine? Oh, like you must be trying that. Well, like in Montreal, that's the, like in Quebec, that's the place where you'll find good poutine. There's other places that have okay poutine, but if you want to go for the full experience, yeah, it's in Quebec. Okay, so now it worked. Excellent. So let me recap. You know what? I should do. I want to explain that twist, because if someone want to try it locally, you should have some way to do it. So we'll need to explain what I did there. But I'm starving, so I just want to finish that. So let's put in the notes here. Okay, so I can stop down. Control C. Go back in my README. The response will be okay. Boom. Oh no, I should have keep it. Oh, in fact, so right now I did create 2R, right? So if I go in my portal, I'm starving, there, and I just do this. No, it doesn't work.
I need new digs because I get so tired of all the same old stuff.
No, the that was or did you hear my belly for real? Because it is doing blah 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 blah. I'm really starving. I don't know how I can focus. Well, I'm sorry. I'm really starving. Just trying to finish this. Once the domain will be attached, it will act a little bit different, but to try it, use the blah 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 URL following this pattern. Once the domain will be attached, it will answer. To try it, use the So at least now people can start. Oh, like let's do something like a note. So let me just go in security now. Go back here, close this. Okay, come back. Hello! Welcome back! I'm still there! Okay, so you will need blah blah blah. Bing, bing, bada boing. Bam. Voila. And I just want the name of those things. Frank. So bad. Of the not sure, eh? Cool, I think we have something that is clear. And now let's just add an extra page here. Note. To run the Azure function locally, is it lower? Locally, you will need to create a blah blah blah. Oh, I think we're good. Save this, go back and get cracking here. So what do we have? Contributing, README, media, excellent. Excellent, stage all. I'm in master, yes, commit, and push. We're getting there. Cool. I love it. I love it. Excellent. That's cool, right? That's clear. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. That's cool. Okay. So we did add the doc. Pretty happy about that. Thanks for your help. Master of documentation. Well, I do my best. Thank you. I will take that as a compliment. How to run it locally. We did that too. How to color it, to do wish lists. It's partially there, so I will keep it unchecked because, like, there's not a lot, right? There's one issue. And the admin page, I want to put some meat in the description of that. Say, okay, I want to be able to list, add, edit. You know, I want to do things. So yeah. But those two are in to-dos. Cool. I'm happy about that stream. I was very productive, and it's the longest stream I did. 3 hours and a half. I think it's my record. So be nice with me, everybody. Let's find someone who's streaming. So who's streaming? Who we can raid? I see nobody. What? Impossible. Impossible. Nobody's is. What? Any suggestions? Live coder. Let's go see here. Oh, InstaFluff. Why didn't see it in my tool? I'll definitely go raid InstaFluff. Right. Cool. So, nice stream today. We did add some documentation to our project, so it is now live and available. So you could go there, click the button to have it from you. Next step is on Friday we'll be building an interface to list the URLs, create new ones, and stuff like that using Blazor, hopefully. But we're open to any other interface. So if you saw some typo, you want to add some stuff, please do PRs. It is a community project, so you can customize it. So now we'll go see InstaFluff and see what he's doing, and send him some love, sending some emote, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.